This is November in South Carolina. You can see all this rain. This is from the tropical storm Eta, which did damage like this down in Costa Rica. Speaking of Costa Rica, I'm going to be heading there in just a couple of days. And this is what I'm taking with me. Right now we have 15 cameras out in the jungle. That's Michael. But when we left Costa Rica, it was mid-February. We thought we'd be gone for 3 weeks. It ended up being close to 9 months. Actually a little more than 9 months. So I have no idea how the cameras are doing, if the batteries are any good. Nobody's been able to get in there and check on the cameras. But we're going to find out. But since we have 15 cameras down there, I'm thinking that about 2/3 of them probably won't make it. They may need to be replaced. So I'm bringing 10 cameras down. And let's take a look at what I'm bringing. I am bringing 3 of these old Bushnell trophy cams for video exclusively. They're good for video. The packaging sucks on them. I'm bringing these 2 great little Browning cameras. They're super for video as well. This is an old Primos that I'm bringing. I haven't used it in probably 5 years. It's been sitting around the house. It went in for warranty service and came back out. So it's going back down. The old Cuddy back works for about a month and then it goes dead. This is like the 4th one I've had under warranty replacement policy because the cameras just don't last that long. These are BolyS cameras. They are nighttime color flash cameras and also nighttime color flash video cameras, white flash video cameras. I'm bringing 1 cellular camera for Caesar, Doc Frog. It's got the C on it there. It's a BolyS camera as well, a G4 cell mobile camera. And don't forget we have these Energizer AA batteries. I've got about 100 of them. And I've got this box. But these are some new cameras in this box, so let's take a look at them real quick. My invoice, brand new from BolyS. These are the SG2060D, which is another white flash video and still camera. So I think I'm just going to take one of these down there and give it a shot because they are so new. Oh yeah, and I can't forget you either. We'll let you out sometime soon. Hey, so we made it back to Costa Rica. Man, am I excited. I know the cameras are going to have some problems, but that's kind of expected. But it's interesting that after 9 months, things have changed just a little bit down here. Not so much as I kind of expected, although things don't change that much. However, our first camera has already been moved by our caretaker Marvin, and the reason was because this tree fell on it. Let me flip the camera around here. So this tree finally fell over. However, the camera's going to go back up here. The camera was right back over here in the shade, which is a great place because animals like to walk around the edge of these pastures sometimes. It makes them feel a little bit secure without having to go out into the open. Well, here's our first camera, which is going to be interesting for a while. But unfortunately, we've had a lot of growth come up, so we will have to trim all that. Also, it's gotten much darker in here. It used to be a much brighter place. And you probably remember that the animals would would come through this opening between these two logs. This is what I mean by a pinch point. They have to walk down the trail and come through here. But it looks like that there's not a lot of traffic on here right now, but we're going to fix that here in the next few weeks. So we'll give you an update on what's on this camera. I suspect the batteries are long gone, but we can give it a check and see. Yeah. No batteries. Of course. Wait a minute. Huh, we're getting a blink there. Maybe we do have batteries. Interesting. All right, so this camera is kind of deep in this thick stuff, which, you know, I don't really like walking through anyway, for obvious reasons. But again, this camera is going to need some trimming maintenance here. It looks like already it's got a big leaf over the lens. Can't go that way. Or a vine that's actually fallen over the lens. So we'll see. Didn't bring my machete today, but the lens looks clear, which is good. Let's see here. It's definitely got no power. All right, so that camera is a complete washout for a little while. We can't do anything with it. Speaking of washout, it looks like we have a little bit of a water leak up here. I have to go right through it, actually. Well, I totally forgot about this camera. Like, in a big way. This is the Alpha Cam. It had a plant growing right in front of it. Ooh, all that mold. Let's see if it starts up. Looks like the batteries are dead on that one too. Well, this is traditionally what's been our hot corner. However, as you can see, a tree with one camera just kind of fell over. Let's check on the others here. You can see there's been a lot of animal activity on these logs. Possibly tamanduas. Ooh, okay. Here is a Bushnell right here. Be interesting to see how it did. It was part of the camera trap project. And over here, is our Bushnell nature. And it looks like it got whacked by, you can see it here. Looks like it got whacked by some type of branch. So it'll have to come out. Might as well take that whole thing back. Well, this is our first camera with any real activity. It looks like it has maybe 21 minutes of images. That should be interesting. Still has a full battery. That's great. Anyway, let's get up here through Asper Creek. Ooh, this camera doesn't look good. Maybe it's okay. This camera is a cellular camera. Yeah, you can see it right there. It quit sending images in July. I don't have a lot of hope for this one. Ooh, it's not even on there very well. It's also got a bunch of, you can see all that crap on this. A spider living there on the lens. The lens is super fogged up. You know what? This camera's gonna just have to come back with me anyway. So I'm gonna turn off my GoPro here and we'll take it back with us. Well, we had a lot of growth through here. Man, it's biting me. See this camera right here? This is what it was looking at. Maybe it got something, I don't know. It probably got a bunch of these moving branches. Be interesting to see what that one yields. Well, this camera's been a good one over the years. This is what it looks at, that log right there. We'll see how it did. Curious to see if it's got any battery power. It's got battery power, but you can see this completely webbed over lens. Anyway, be interesting to see how long this one functioned for. There we go. So this is the damage done from 9 months of not being here thanks to the pandemic, COVID-19, the Wuhan flu or whatever they call it. But I just wanted to show you what it looks like all piled up in a chair. This is the total number of batteries we went through. 104 batteries, 104 AA's. Not only was it a big cost in cameras, but it was a pretty large cost in batteries as well. Anyway, that's the toll that the COVID took. 9 months of being away in Costa Rica, as well as a lot of the intense rains. Hurricane Eta that didn't really hit here, but it dumped feet of water in our area and contributed to the downfall of many of these cameras and the batteries. So there you have it.